So this was actually designed for students to understand what the employers expect and the skills fresh graduates often need. But unfortunately, we don't have too many students here. I hope somebody can convey the messages that are shared here. So even with good academic results, many students struggle to get their first job because they lack some employability skills. So today we will discuss what are the different kinds of employability skills that are lacking, which the employers expect from students from these kind of prestigious institutes like ULAB, and what is still missing. So I hope that this will be a good conversation for us to take to the students. I will have 3 rounds, and in those rounds I will have a leading question, and I will ask each of my participants to respond. They have a copy of the questions as well. So the first major question that we have is, what type of employees do you hire at entry-level positions? So we need to understand what are the entry-level jobs opening in the sector, and what types of knowledge, skill and attitudes do you look for in these fresh graduates? I will ask Afroza to start.
Thank you. Can you hear me? So I'm from a bank. Actually, looking for the skills like not the skills which are mostly available for the entry. Thank you so much. I'm from IFSC Bank, and as a bank we are actually looking for the graduates, not the prospective graduates, the graduates those who we can train. So the main skills we are looking for them is the communication skills, the analytical skills, and the comfort with the others. So when we start our entry-level positions, we actually looking for the trainee assistant officer positions, that is transaction service officers, and another positions is open for the fresh graduates is management trainee officer. So both of these positions are required for communication skills. This is the main and most important skills for bank entry-level positions, and then the analytical skills is important for the management trainee officers, who will be the leader or the future leader for a strategic position. So, but the main thing is, the main differentiator is the attitude. We are actually looking for the attitude. Are these students curious? Are they do they have willingness to learn? Are they ready to accept the challenge or the technology or the changes of the technology? Are they ready with the technology? These are the main things we are actually looking for these graduates. So main thing is when we conduct interview for the transition service officer, that is our most entry-level positions, and the management trainee officer, the entry-level position for a strategic position. These two positions requires the skills for how they want to grow, how they want to see themselves after few years. So their attitude is main important thing for us. Are they ready? Are they ready to accept whatever we give them from the form of training? So if any student doesn't have the attitude, they just want to pass time for some duration, this is not possible for them to receive any kind of training. So whatever we offer, it is not possible for them to learn. So from my point of the institute and the students collaboratively make a bridge so that they can become the so they mainly so they can make themselves a learner, not like a time passing person. That we will recruit when we recruit them, we recruit based on their analytical skills, communication skills, and the technological skills. Not just their face or the university that they are belongs to. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Rosa. So, as we were discussing about this roundtable, we heard about the attitudes of entitlement. A lot of these students think that they have spent so much money getting a degree, they don't need to learn anything anymore, and they now deserve a certain kind of salary just because they have decided to attend a job. But I think that what we heard all day in various discussions is that a learning attitude, being a lifelong learner is very important, and particularly through different methods as well. So there's blended learning, there's online learning, there's learning management system everywhere, and there's no stop to it. You just cannot say that I have graduated and I need to stop learning. You need to continuously learn as you move up the ranks as well, right? So I will go now to Tanveer, and Tanveer, since you are working in a media agency, you can talk about what are the different types of fresh people that you hire, and what are the types of qualities that you look for working in this sector which has no time, no weekends, and sometimes they have to work overnight. So what type of an attitude do you really require?
Good evening. I'm Tanveer from Canada, Bangladesh. Media agency. আমরা যেটা করি, আমরা এন্ট্রি লেভেলের কোনো ক্যান্ডিডেট নিতে হলে আগে তাদের টেস্টটা করি কমিউনিকেশনটা। এটা খুব জরুরি, যেহেতু আমরা ডেভেলপমেন্ট সেক্টরে কাজ করছি, এনজিও আইএনজিও, তারপরে ইউনিসেফ, সেভ দ্য চিলড্রেন, এদের সাথে আমরা কাজ করি। এখানে আমরা দুটো পজিশন নিই, একটা হচ্ছে ক্লায়েন্ট সার্ভিস, আর আমাদের হচ্ছে মিডিয়ার জন্য লাগে ভিজুয়ালাইজার। ভিজুয়ালাইজারদের ক্ষেত্রে যেটা হয় সেটা আমরা তাদের পোর্টফোলিওটা নিই। টেক স্যাভিটা খুব জরুরি আমাদের এই ফিল্ডের জন্য। ক্লায়েন্ট সার্ভিসের ক্ষেত্রে যেটা আমরা প্রেফার করি, কমিউনিকেশন স্কিলটা। কমিউনিকেশন স্কিলটা যদি পুয়ার হয় তাহলে আমরা তাকে অ্যালাউ করি না। আর ডেডিকেশনটা আমাদের যেটা বলেন যে এটা হচ্ছে কি টাইম লিমিট থাকে না। আমাদের একটা প্রজেক্ট ওঠানোর জন্য হয়তো অনেকটা সময় লেগে যায়। আমাদের দেখা যাচ্ছে যে আমাদের সিনিয়র্স আছে, তারা 15 দিন 20 দিন অফিসে থেকে যাচ্ছে প্রজেক্টটা ইউএনডিপি এইগুলো প্রজেক্ট ওঠানোর জন্য। আমরা এন্ট্রি লেভেলের ক্ষেত্রে আগে ওই কমিটমেন্টটাতে যাই, দেখি যে তারা স্টে করতে পারবে কিনা, কোনো প্রেশার আছে কিনা, সব কিছু মিলিয়ে এই জিনিসগুলো আমরা ফাইন্ড আউট করবো। আর স্কিলের ক্ষেত্রে ক্লায়েন্ট সার্ভিসের জন্য স্কিলস আসলে কমিউনিকেশনটা, ইংলিশ বাংলা দুটোতেই খুব ভালো হতে হয়, এই দুইটাই লাগে। আর অ্যাটিটিউডটা অবশ্যই পজিটিভ অ্যাটিটিউড তারা শো করছে কিনা। এসে এজেন্সিতে দেখছি রিসেন্ট অনেক আগ্রহ নিয়ে আসছে তারা, বাট যখন আমরা বলছি যে টাইমের একটা ইস্যু আছে, তারপরে আর আমরা একটু জেনজিদের নিয়ে কাজ করতে বেশি কমফর্ট ফিল করি, তাদের আবার একটু সমস্যাও আছে ইন্টারভিউ বোর্ড থেকে, বাট তারাও ভালো করছে, তারাও অনেক ভালো করছে। আমরা মেনলি এই দুইটা জিনিসই ফলো করি। আর আমাদের ইন্টারভিউটা আসলে ওই স্টেরিওটাইপ হয় না, তাকে অনেক সময় দিই গল্প করার জন্য। না ইস্যুতে একটা জিনিস দেখা হয়, একটা টপিক নিয়ে, যে কোনো তার পার্সোনাল হতে পারে, কন্টিনিউ করতে পারছে কিনা তার সাথে একটা লেন্দি একটা কমিউনিকেশন। আমরা ওই প্রসেসের মধ্যে যাই, 2-3টা সেশন করি, বসে যে আসো তুমি গল্প করো, কি ভালো লাগলো, অফিসে কোন জিনিসটা আমাদের ভালো লাগছে, এই পরিবেশটার সাথে তুমি যেতে পারবে কিনা, এইগুলো আসলে মেইনলি দেখা হয় বিভিন্ন গল্পের মাধ্যমে। সো এইটাই বেসিক্যালি আমরা এই নলেজ আর স্কিলটা যারা জন্য ভিজুয়ালাইজার, যাদের ক্ষেত্রে আমরা বলি তাদের তো পোর্টফোলিও, তাদেরকে আমরা টাস্ক দিয়ে দিই, একটা হোম টাস্ক দেওয়া হয়। তারা যে কোনো তাদের ধরে আমাদেরকে ওইটা সাবমিট করে দেন, তার বেসিসে আমরা মানে সিলেকশন প্রসেসটা আসলে কমপ্লিট করি। এটা 2-3টা ফেজে আসলে কমপ্লিট হয়। এই
So I'll summarize a little bit. So Janala Bangladesh works with a lot of international NGOs and UNICEF and other UN agencies, and they require sometimes such dedication to the seniors that they have to stay in the office for 15 days before a major event. Now that is very difficult for some of the youngsters who want a 9-to-5 job and a very handsome salary, but they're not willing to actually stay behind and actually pull off a project and have the external satisfaction and internal satisfaction, both external coming from money, but internal satisfaction of doing a job well. So she said that client services and of course technical services in terms of visual arts, these are critical skills for her sector. I would not like to go to Shudikta, but one of the things I want to mention is that the new reality of jobs is that larger organizations are having more and more contractual employees. They are not increasing their permanent staff, so they are using agencies like Enroute International, where a lot of job opportunities are there. But I've met some of their employees who say that, oh, I work for Unilever. And then I probed a little bit. I thought, you work through Enroute. Well, yes, I'm actually employed by Enroute, but I work with Unilever. So they have this problem with business process outsourcing agencies. But the problem is this is going to be more and more common. So I want you to focus on that. How can you encourage young professionals to learn in a business process outsourcing organization, but then of course move on to higher levels in their future.
So thank you all. In Enroute, we try to recruit freshers for the most of the positions related to the client service, because those are the positions where the organizations want fresh talents, so they can train them and give the basic idea about their client service. For these fresh students, pick up those knowledges easily and try to adapt to that. So we do recruitment in 3 categories. One is bulk recruitment, second thing is people outsourcing, and then for our core or the project teams that recruitment are for our internal teams. So in bulk recruitment, we go for the university placements. We do visit multiple universities where we try to place our job circular, and students who are really interested for those positions, we directly pick those CVs and try to place them to our clients. And for the people outsourcing, we do have specific categories. We need to match few things. So if I want to say what type of skills we always look for, basic thing is the foundation knowledge the students gather from their academic courses, how they can implement those knowledge with their practical experience. For example, if they are working in a team in their projects, so they have few experience how to deal with the team members, how to deal their faculties. Same things they can convert to the interview session and share their examples. So we try to pick those freshers or the students who articulate those examples very clearly, and as Afroza was saying, attitude, that is a major point where we don't want to compromise. As the student, they need to be more adaptive, or should have the ability to take challenge for their first job. So I think these are the areas we as a BP organization focus on. Okay.
Stay with you, Shudipta, and then I want to go to our next question, where I want you to share some fun examples of recent resumes that you have received with funny things in them, and also the interviews that you have conducted and how these young people have actually demonstrated their knowledge or skills, or what type of an attitude they have shown, and which has made you really worried about the future of our younger generation.
So the most common thing we face that for the head of HR position or head of supplier position, we get CVs of freshers. That's the main common thing we face on regular basis. And then when we sort out the CVs, we call them for the interview session. The basic thing is, what is en route? Who is en route? En route? Okay. Then we need to explain about our organization, for whom we want to call them, for which organization we are offering the jobs. Okay, everything is sorted. Then we fix the interview date. On the interview date, we get most common answer that no, I'm not interested for that position. My parents are not ready to give me willing to work me with a contractual organization or for contractual position. So these are the common traits we face on regular basis. And even in the interview session, the common thing we notice that they don't even go through the job description. For each interview session, we share a detailed email where they can have the organization's website, job description and other details, but they don't even care to go through those informations. They just come for an opportunity and think that we are ready to take them easily. No, we are not looking for those high CGPAs for certain positions, but still, you need to be prepared for the opportunity you are getting in the market. So these are the common examples we face on regular basis as a recruiter.
Thank you. I will ask Tanvi to answer the same. আপনার কোনো খুবই মজার কোনো এক্সপিরিয়েন্স আছে কিনা with the Gen Z population that are coming into the workforce now?
ইন্টারভিউ এটা মজার খুব মানে এক্সপিরিয়েন্স এখানে যে আছে মনে হয় না, সমস্যা নেই, আমরা খুব এনজয় করি। প্রথমত তাদের যে সিভিটা জানি না সিভিতে কি থাকে, নিজে কি ভাবে সিভির সাথে তাদের চিন্তার কোনো মিল নাই। যে একটা অবজেক্টিভ সেট করা থাকে, বলা হয় যে একটা কিসের অবজেক্টিভ, হ্যাঁ সে ওইটা সিভিতে বলতে পারে না। আমরা ফান করি যে এটা কোন কম্পিউটারের দোকান থেকে বানানো হয়েছে সিভিটা, এটা জিজ্ঞেস করি। তারপরে ইন্টারভিউ যখন আমরা ডাকছি পরের দিন আসছে না, আমরা আবার জাস্ট শুরু হওয়ার 10 মিনিট আগে আবার একটা মানে রিকল করি। কেউ হচ্ছে আমি তো এখন ঘুমিয়ে আছি, হ্যাঁ এইরকম ফেস করে আমি এখন ঘুম থেকে আজকে তো আসতে পারবো না, নেক্সট যদি কোনো ডেট থাকে তাহলে সেই ডেটটা বলেন। এইরকম একটা এটা ফ্রিকোয়েন্টলি হচ্ছে। কোন পজিশনে আসছে, আসলে কোন পজিশনের জন্য তা অ্যাপ্লাই করেছে জানে না। বলা হয় যে ওয়েবসাইটটা না, ওয়েবসাইট তো দেখা হয়নি, ওয়েবসাইটে তেমন কিছু পাইনি। তাদেরকে বলে দেওয়া হয় কিন্তু যে আমরা কখন টেক্সট করি ওয়েবসাইটটাও দিয়ে দিই, এটা চেক করা। একদম সিম্পলি এসে বলে যে না দেখা হয়নি। পজিশন তো আমি জানি না এরকম, বাট পাশাপাশি আমরা খুব ভালো ক্যান্ডিডেট পাই। এত ভালো ক্যান্ডিডেট পাই যে আমরা হয়তো ক্লায়েন্ট সার্ভিসে ডেকেছি তাকে, তার মানে ইন্টারভিউ প্রসেসে যে সে পরিমাণ ক্যাপাসিটি শো করে, আমরা তখন তাকে স্যাপ বা আমাদের স্ট্র্যাটেজি এন্ড অ্যাকাউন্টস প্ল্যান আমরা আবার পিক করে ওইখানে নিয়ে যাই। এই ধরনের ক্যান্ডিডেটও পাই। বাট মোস্ট অফ দ্য কেসে এখন এটা হচ্ছে এক ক্লিক করলেই আমার সিভি চলে যায়, সিভি তো রেডি, কিন্তু আমি জানি না সিভিটা কোথায় দিচ্ছি। চলে আসছে ফ্লোরে, বেস্ট পার্ট ক্যাজুয়াল মোবাইল প্যান্ট, একটা স্যান্ডেল, চপ্পল মার্কা স্যান্ডেল, একটা টি শার্ট, চুলগুলো ব্রাশ করা নাই, এসে ধপাস করে চেয়ারে বসে গেলাম একটা। ঠিক আছে, পাশাপাশি ভালো ক্যান্ডিডেটও আছে, কিন্তু এই যে এইগুলা এই জেনজের মধ্যে বা আরেকটু ভালো করলে মনে হয় তার ভালো করবে। আর তাদের প্রথম হলো 2টা পয়েন্ট এখানে, স্যালারি কত দিবেন, অফিস আওয়ার কত। এই দুইটা ফার্স্ট কোশ্চেন থাকে, আমরা বলি যে কোনো কোশ্চেন আছে কিনা আমাদেরকে জানার জন্য। স্যালারি কত, এটা একদম জাস্ট বের হয়ে আসছে, মানে রেজাল্ট হয়নি, 35-40 এক্সপেক্টেড স্যালারি এইটা। কেন? আরো ইন্টারেস্টিং, কেন না জিনিসপত্রের দাম, আমাকে মার্কেটে চলতে হলে একটা স্বাভাবিক জীবনযাত্রার জন্য এই পরিমাণ স্যালারি লাগবে। জাস্ট একটা খুব সুন্দর অ্যান্সার দেয়। ঠিক আছে, থ্যাংক ইউ।
Thank you. So I will just summarize a little bit of what Tanvi said. So first of all, when they are called for an interview, sometimes they don't know what is the career objective written in their own CVs. What information is in their own CVs. They have gone to a computer shop and they have a pro forma and they make the CVs from that pro forma. They cannot even say their own career objectives. Second is that they have not investigated the company that has called them for an interview. Even when they are sending the website in the SMS, which is inviting him to an interview, him or her. And then when they come into the interview and ask about the company, have you looked at our website? They'll say, yes, no, I didn't get time to look at the website. And some of them even blame the website, saying there's not enough information in your website. So it's as if it's our responsibility, employer's responsibility to do all these things for them. And then sometimes they don't even come to the interview, they call 10 minutes before and they say, oh, I'm sleeping, I forgot about the interview. Is that another opportunity some other time where I can come and give my interview? And they're very casual in their dress up, so sometimes they wear jeans and sandals and t-shirts, don't even comb their hair because they think that it's a media agency, so being hip-hop is acceptable. But even after not being able to answer to any questions, they expect a salary of 35,000 to 40,000 taka because living expenses in Dhaka is very high and they have to maintain a certain lifestyle. So this is very interesting. So I just approached for some of her interesting experiences and some of the stories that you were telling about your CEO kicking people out of the interview but after they answer the question.
Okay. Recently we are basically recruiting management training, and the salary of this position is 65,000 and above. But the candidate, we actually we are getting CVs from 45,000 CVs almost, and we shortlisted 400 CVs from them, and the CGPAs are much higher. Those who are getting calls, but their attitude is like very casual. They don't know anything about the company, about the products, and when they pass the written test, they pass the computer test and sit in front of the CEO. When they entered in the room and say which position you have applied for, he couldn't able to answer the question, and my CEO said, well, you don't need to be seated, so go, thank you so much, thanks for coming. So he can't even able to sit being a higher CGPA student. So this is very unfortunate, and the expectation from the students is CGPA is not the main factor that can give you a job. The main factor is that at the first I say that attitude is the main factor. Are you ready for the organization, or are you ready for the corporate? So corporate is not that easy that you go to the corporate and your face will represent you to get the job. So another interesting thing I faced recently, I asked some CVs from APA for internship. She sent me 10 to 12 CVs, and I just
CETL-ULAB.
Right? I just able to get one from of them because most of them didn't pick up the phones, and we called them after 1 or 2 p.m. and they said that I'm sleeping, I cannot attend the interview right now, and no, I'm not interested right now. My semester is not finished yet, I will let you know. Or I already got the job, or I already managed the internship. So my question was, if you managed the internship already, why did you put your CV for internship or the job?
Or put the CV for the
Who
internship.
put the CV for this internship? You are not aware of this. Is this possible that you don't know where you have placed your CV? It's not possible, at least in my time, that where I want to do the internship, right, Appa? So these are the main little experience I'm sharing with you. There are a lot of things that we are facing every day. The CGPA, students think that the CGPA is the main factor, and my face is the only attracting or qualified factor for getting a job, because I am the Gen Z or I am the new generation, and employer will took me by seeing my face. But no, this is not the right thing. You have to know the organization, you have to know the responsibility. They are more interested in the circular, just the compensation package, what they will get after 1 month or after salary. So salary is definitely important. They should look for the salary, but at the same time they have to prepare for that salary as well. Are you ready for that to get this salary you are expecting?
Then we should ask them. Before you pick up the mic, I'm going to go from this side to that side again. So keep your mic. This attitude, like for example, I can share one example of mine. The candidate came and said that I have asked them, so what position did you apply for? And they said, I have applied to 40 positions. I'm not exactly sure which one this is. So they have no track, they have no career planning, they don't even have a portfolio file of the jobs that they have applied. They do not customize their CV, they have one CV, they make 40 photocopies and then they send it to everyone. When I was in Square Pharma, I used to get a lot of applications saying, I want to build my career in Mexico Pharma. So obviously I would not want to hire somebody like that. So they made a copy of Mexico Pharma and then sent it to 40 farmers. So only Mexico would be happy, others would be very unhappy. So these are some of the funny things that they do, and they want to take a shortcut. They think people are there waiting for them to come and join them rather than they needing a job. So I think that the demographic dividend, I try to teach my kids demographic dividend and 66% of our population being employable and how difficult it is to get jobs nowadays. So I would like to go to the third question is, what advice would you leave the fresh graduates and students to improve their opportunities to get their first job? What type of skills and knowledge and attitude should they develop? What type of extracurricular activities should they pursue? And what additional things can they do or practice when they're still students to increase their chance of getting?
If I want to share my expectation as a bank, the main thing the students should develop themselves, the communication skills. Apart from communication skills, they should have learned the basic Microsoft Office. They have to learn it properly, like basic Excel. You have to know how to do the sum. You can do the sums by putting the numbers in the Excel and doing it in calculator. This is not feasible. So they have to learn the basic Excel formulas. They have to learn how to prepare a presentation. They have keep practice on the presentation skills. They can do a lot of mock interview sessions by themselves or in a peer group, so that they can handle the initial interview or the final interview for a bank. So apart from their educational skills, they should learn how many certifications are available, right now? What are the certification skills required in the business field? Because
What the if they want to work,
if
like
actually
in media, should they do a visual art skill or
the content writing skills.
animation, content writing?
Right. Yeah. So if they're interested for a bank, they have to know what banks do, how bank operates, and the main thing is the bank. He is going for an interview. They have to know the organization, the portfolio, the products and services they are offering. If you don't know about my organization, why should I hire you?
Thank you. So Tanvi, can you highlight on this same question?
থ্যাংক ইউ। আমি এটা মানে খুব ভালো একটা প্ল্যানই বলবো যে আমরা একটা যে সিলেক্ট হচ্ছে না তাকে আমরা একটা প্ল্যান দিয়ে দিই। বেটার হয় যে নেক্সট টাইম এখানে কোথাও ইন্টারভিউ করতে গেলে কিছু কিছু জিনিসগুলো আমি যেটা বলবো যে তাদের এডুকেশনটা যখন মানে শেষের দিকে এসে যায়, একটা সেমিস্টার থাকতে হাতে, তখন তারা যেন বিভিন্ন মানে ছোটো ছোটো কোর্সগুলো আগে প্ল্যান করতে হবে। আমি আমি আমার ক্যারিয়ারটা কোন ট্র্যাকে নিয়ে যাব, আমাদের ক্যারিয়ার প্ল্যান থাকে না। আমি করেছি এক সাবজেক্টে, হতে পারে সেই জবটা পাচ্ছি না, বাট আমি সেলসে যাবো কি মার্কেটিংয়ে যাবো। ক্লায়েন্ট সার্ভিস হচ্ছে ওয়ান কাইন্ড অফ মার্কেটিং প্লাস সেলস কম্বিনেশন। সো এই প্ল্যানটা করতে হবে যে আমি আসলে যাবো কোথায়। আমি যদি বলি আমার এজেন্সিতে, আমি এজেন্সিতে আসবো, তাহলে আমার রেলেভেন্ট যে কোম্পানিগুলো বা যে এক্সিস্ট করছে যারা মার্কেটে আছে, একদম আছে, বিভিন্ন আরও অনেকগুলো এজেন্সি আছে, তাদের প্যাটার্নটা বোঝা। কিন্তু আমাকে মাইন্ডসেট করতে হবে। আমি ইন্টারভিউ, আমি এরকমও সিভি পাই যে হচ্ছে প্রত্যেকটা পজিশনে সিভি ড্রপ করে, প্রত্যেকটা পজিশনে সিভি ড্রপ করে, মানে সে জানে না যে আমি কোনটাতে, মানে যেটাতে টিকবো ওইটাতেই হয়ে যাবে। এটা অ্যালার্মিং আমাদের জন্য। সো আমি যদি আমার মানে এডুকেশন শেষ করার আগে আমি একটা প্ল্যান সেট করি, আর এখন খুবই ওপেন, সবসময় যদি থাকে এই জিনিসগুলো দেখে নিই যে আমি এই ট্র্যাকে যাবো, আমার মনে হয় ওইভাবে মুভ করাটা ভালো। আর আমরা ফোকাস করছি খুব মানে টেক স্যাভি এটা, আর ডিফারেন্ট এআই টুলসগুলো নিয়ে কাজ করার জন্য। এআই টুলস খুবই লাগছে আমাদের কাজে। ভিজুয়ালাইজার যেটা, সেটা মোশনের, আমরা মোশনটাকে খুব প্রায়োরিটি দিই। মানে ইন্টার্নশিপ করছে প্রচুর, এবং ইন্টার্ন যারা করছে এখানে তারা যে ডেলিভারি দিচ্ছে, আমাদের একটা 2 বা 3 ইয়ার্স এক্সপিরিয়েন্সড এমপ্লয়ি প্যানেল কিন্তু তারা দিচ্ছে তারা, এবং আমরা ওই সুযোগটা রেখে ম্যাক্সিমাম আমরা পিক করে দিচ্ছি পার্মানেন্ট পজিশনের জন্য। সো এই প্ল্যানগুলো থাকতে হবে। এক্সট্রা কারিকুলার যদি বলি তাহলে হচ্ছে যে বিভিন্ন ক্লাবগুলা, ডিবেট ক্লাবগুলা, এটা খুব জরুরি। মানে আমার ফিয়ারটা কাটানোর জন্য আমার একটা প্রেজেন্টেশন স্কিল, প্রপোজাল রাইটিংয়ে একটা স্কিল মনে হয় একটু হলে ভালো হয় প্রপোজাল, কারণ এটা নিজের একটা ডেভেলপমেন্ট। যে কোনো প্রপোজাল রাইটিংয়ে এই দিকে একটু আগ্রহ থাকলে আমাদের মতো এজেন্সিগুলোতে ভালো হয়। আর টেক স্যাভিতে এর কোনো বিকল্প নাই। যে কোনো ধরনের টুলসগুলো ইউজ করা, ছোট ছোট মানে রাইট আপগুলা পাবলিশ করা, পাঠানো, অনেকেই পোর্টফোলিও পাঠায় আমাদের, তাদের মানে এগুলো যখন পোর্টফোলিওর মধ্যে পাচ্ছি আমরা, খুব ভালো লাগছে দেখে। তখন আমরা একেবারে মানে আমাদের একটা মাইন্ডসেট থাকে যে আমরা পিক করবো ইন্টার্নশিপের জন্য, প্লাস আমরা পার্মানেন্ট পজিশনটাকে দিয়ে দিচ্ছি। সো বিফোর মানে গ্র্যাজুয়েশনের আগে আমার একটা মাইন্ডসেট করা দরকার যে আমি কোন ট্র্যাকে আমি ক্যারিয়ারটা করবো, সেইভাবেই এটা মুভ করলে আমার মনে হয় সবচেয়ে ভালো হবে, এবং মানে লাস্টে শেষ পর্যন্ত ওই ট্র্যাকটা ধরে রাখতে পারলে মানে আমাদের একদম এক্সিকিউটিভ, জুনিয়র এক্সিকিউটিভ থেকেও মানে সিও হওয়া এই রেকর্ডটাও আছে। কিন্তু শুধুমাত্র ওই যে একভাবে লেগে থাকার জন্য, ক্যারিয়ারটা মানে ট্র্যাকটা চেঞ্জ না করার জন্য। তো থ্যাংক ইউ।
So let me summarize again for Tanvi. So she said that most of the youngsters do not seem to have a career plan about where they will go, and they keep on applying to various positions without having an idea about which track they are really interested to go. But on the other hand, tech-savvy people are also available, and some of the young people are showing their capability of using AI, which is very much important to the media agencies. And they need to understand how to visualize, how to create motion, small videos, motion studies, etc. I can't even see that. Oh, all right, thank you. I just have one last speaker. There have been examples of some interns who have been targeted that will make them permanent because they are doing almost as similar to somebody working for 1.5 to 2 years. So actually young people are picking up these AI skills. No matter how much we teachers resist them and discourage them in our university courses, which have been hearing all day, but they keep them picking it up and they know where this is applied and they're getting jobs based on that. They may not have high CGPAs, but they're really good at their work. So this is very important, but the career planning part is also very important for them so that they can go from a junior executive to a CEO position, which has happened in the media industry. Okay, so I'll go to Chudipta. I know that she works with various kinds of skills. So if you could focus on some of the generic skills that are required to be developed during the student tenure.
Okay, as Apu said, so career planning is the most important thing. So if the students plan their career, they know where they need the further developments. For example, we mostly seek students who have good presentation skills or the communication skills. So in the interview session, we generally ask, tell me about yourself. But the students lack sharing their own experiences from the academic background, their other extracurriculum activities or any kind of part-time job. They can even mention they do tuition, they are the tutors. So these type of stories need to be prepared by themselves and need to be practiced so that they can easily share those stories in the interview session. Apart from that, in the CV, extracurriculum activities need to be more descriptive. For example, they only mention they are a member of XYZ club, but what they do on those clubs, what are their activities? Are they the team leaders or they are the executors or they are the simple participants? So try to share, students should try to share their own experiences, own practical experiences in those CVs. Because as a recruiter, we really want those experiences from the freshers. Also, apart from preparing CV in the BD jobs or in Word format, freshers need to develop their LinkedIn profile also. Because as a recruiter, we source from multiple portals. Also, we circulate our job descriptions in the LinkedIn, but currently the experienced persons have a quality LinkedIn profile, but freshers lack there. Even their BD jobs portal CV is not up to the mark. Enough information is not given. When we seek for people for the certain location, we can't get the right CV from the BD jobs because they share multiple location in their CV. When we try to approach them for Chittagong or Sylhet, then they say, no, we are not interested. Then why you have mentioned those positions or the locations in your CV as a preferred location? So students need to be focused on those things before getting their first job or applying for those jobs. So they need to be more adaptable because current scenario for the in the job market is not that much stable or freshers friendly. So those organizations who are providing those opportunities, students should work on themselves to prepare themselves in terms of communication, interpersonal skills and other skills. As Afrozaba mentioned, MS Office, that is the most major thing they need to work on that. So
thank you very much. I just wanted to highlight one other thing that was mentioned during the discussion is that my parents do not want me to work on a contractual job. So some of these students, I have to tell them that you have spent a lot of money on private education, but at the same time for the next 1 year, you need to ask your parents to still provide for you and not worry about it. For the first year, they should think of this as your internship period where you have to spend money to go and come back from the office and not worry about how much salary you are getting. Because if your parents are asking, I have spent so much the money on you and you're getting a 10,000 taka job, this is very unacceptable right now as the job market is not fresher friendly. So they should think of money later in life. First, they need to get enough experience down their belt to be able to actually get their first job. So I want to end with a catch-22. I don't know if everyone has read the book, but it means that in this side you have a problem and on that side you have a problem. So the biggest problem that freshers have is nobody is giving them a job because they are not experienced, and just because they don't experience, they are not getting a job. So it's a catch-22 situation. Will the job come first or the experience come first? So our students need to understand that the experience needs to come first, and then if they can start accumulating experience when they're in their final years or in their internship, then it will definitely lead to a good job. So thank you very much to my panelists, and if there are any questions, I know this is the last session and everybody is very exhausted, but any questions? No? Then a round of applause.